I think more than ever, actually, at the moment, when everyone's talking about third-party cookies and third-party data in general kind of disappearing, I think the CX imperatives give a very good impression how the future could look like, and on different measures you can take to prepare for this, let's call it cookie-less future. Two key insights I took away from the CX imperatives is one that if we talk about data, like most of the companies have enormous amounts of data available, and the challenge they have is how should they actually use this data and what data is actually needed to get real customer insights and then to do marketing more efficiently, more effectively. So it's less about just having quantity and large amounts of data, but more about the quality. So what data should you actually collect? What data can you enrich and get real customer insights? Meaning, for example, what are customer needs? Where are the pain points? What are the motivations of the individual users? And use it then. And I think the other point, which really is highlighted in the CX imperatives, is that we collect more and more data about our consumers, about our customers, about users, which are maybe also yet unknown. And we need to pay attention to the fact that there should always be kind of a value exchange. So if we collect as a company from users their personal data or also anonymous behavioral data, we should give something back. It's like a two-way relationship. And so you really need to think about what benefits you can provide to users, like in a short term, that they see an immediate value of providing this data now to you, but also in a more long term, that they, for example, see how you improve their customer experience and really make the best out of the data provided to you. Third-party cookies are officially basically disappearing. Like Google announced it, the date is maybe still a bit unclear or it has been postponed, but it's clear that we need to focus more and more on first-party data, because that's the point where we know we're gonna have first-party data available, meaning data explicitly provided by users. For example, if you fill out the form or something, you directly get these information, but also behavioral data. Maybe even when the person is still unknown, so haven't logged in yet or anything similar, and understanding that behavior and then using it. And I think this is what makes it so important for companies. They can use that data and make their marketing, their approach of getting in touch with potential customers and existing customers and make it more efficiently, more effectively in the end, because consumers expect relevant experiences, relevant content from brands. So if you give that to them, you will in the end also make an impact on your ad spend, but also kind of on the overall experience, and customers will be more satisfied with your brand, with your company. What's clear, and that's maybe also our heritage where we come from, is that we can definitely help you with this technological foundation, so really to make it work in the first place. But then, like, it's not about just technology, because it will not solve any business problem alone. It's always a combination of technology and then also the operation. So what are you doing with it? How is your marketing actually using the technology stack provided? And there we have different capabilities, whether it's around data science and make it more advanced, so kind of as the next step after making it work, really make it better, but also doing marketing, improving content production, and kind of this whole integration of marketing activities. And lastly, I think it's really about scaling. So scaling fast with the help of Merkle, and then also getting more and more know-how and competencies in-house and do it yourself. So we're really about enabling you to get the full potential out of your technology, but also getting the most out of your campaigns. I think what is really challenging for brands at the moment is that you have this dilemma of more and more regulations on data privacy, but also consumers and customers expecting you to provide relevant personal experiences. And so really to find this balance, it is really challenging at the moment. But I think it shouldn't be one or the other. It can be both. But you need to find good ways, you need to find a good way of getting something back to the customers if you want their data, and then to use this data most effectively. So you need to actually start with how do you want to use customer data, and then think backwards, and not start with I just collect data and then let's see what comes out, but make it the other way around, have a clear concept how you will use the data, because then you will also be compliant to data regulations, because this is kind of a prerequisite that you actually know for what you're using that data, and not just collect data for the sake of collecting more and more customer data.